episode of Alex's Toy Show with Feisty Pants.
It's a Pepsi day. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It's Q&A 84. Would you look at that? 80. We're almost at 100. What are we going to do for Q&A 100, my boy?
Everything.
Everything, he says. Everything.
And we're going to have a party.
And we're going to have a party? I like a party. You say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Hello! Ray Easterdero wants to know my reaction to Josh from Tough Enough recently calling the social outcast jobbers. Here's my opinion. Everyone is a jobber at some point, but Josh calling them jobbers, I mean, this sounds like it's taken out of context. I didn't see his tweet. I don't know what he was talking about when he called them jobbers. I'm sure he meant well. But in a position that he is at the very bottom of the ladder and jobbers are somewhere in the middle to the top, you know, you shouldn't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts on AJ Styles officially signing with the WWE? And my thoughts on, because this is the same thing, same question. Thoughts on Austin Aries with TNA, or from TNA, he's a TNA champ, signing with NXT. Now here's my opinion on this. They could be the greatest wrestlers outside of the WWE, but when you come to the WWE, you're starting over. It's whatever the WWE makes of you. Now, it's not just one-sided, it's two-sided. I mean, they could bring a complete slouch into the business, and if he's a slouch and not going to do anything, he's going to be terrible at it. Now, these two guys, I hear they're pretty good. What they're going to do in the WWE? I hope they're going to do some good, but it doesn't mean that I should be totally excited about it until they start making some progress. And then I'll be like, yes, finally, we made a good pickup on these guys. I think they have a lot to offer, both of them, the WWE and NXT. So hopefully we'll see some awesome things come from them come our way. Nick Ruiz wants to know, what do you think if Cena turned heel? I would be completely fine with it. What do you think, what would you do if Cena reached Flair's 16 titles? I would be fine with it too. When he almost won it last year, Ric Flair said, if anybody's going to beat my 16 titles, it's going to be John Cena. And he was okay with it. So if Ric Flair is okay with it, I'm thinking everybody should be okay with it. Right, my boy? You're okay. Feisty Pants is okay with it. And do you think the WWE will ever re-sign...
And as you said that,
yes.
I was brutally murdering 700 zombies.
700 zombies? We're playing Minecraft in the background here, so I gotta get through this Q&A so I can jump into some Minecraft. Yes, I think Hulk Hogan will come back eventually after his bout of shame is over. Kate Marsh wants to know, do I drink wine or beer? Neither. I drink Pepsi and coffee. No, I have a glass of wine every once in a while. And Kate wants to know, where do I store my Transformers? Well, I don't have any Transformers to store. However, Feisty Pants, let's go show you where Feisty Pants keeps his Transformers. Stand by! This is where he keeps his Transformers. Right here, on the table, on the couch, on the floor. There's some on the floor over there. Are you proud of this moment? Yeah, okay. This is where we keep them. But no, we have these plastic totes, and we keep all our guys in
What's up, people?
plastic totes. Everybody say hi to Feisty Pants.
Hello. Hello in return.
Hello in return. And that's where we keep them. Victoria Chase wants to know, what do I think of Joe Girardi? I like Joe Girardi. You know, sometimes he's quiet, sometimes he gets really fired up. I think he's a great mix of both fired up and quietness, and I think he's a good leader. I'm happy with him. Victoria also wants to know, do you listen to Adele's music? If it's on the radio, yeah. I don't own anything of Adele, but if it's on the radio, I listen to it. And she wants to know, if I found $100 lying around, what would I buy? I'd buy a cup of coffee, and
Pokemon for me.
I would probably end up buying a lot of Pokemon cards for this Feisty Pants over here. David Griffin wants to know, wait, David, how many are we up to here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 questions for David Griffin. 12.
Are you kidding me?
Feisty Pants is shocked and amazed. My favorite feuds on Grimm's Toy Show over the years. You know, I like the bit where him and I went after Grime and we were dressed as Lana and Rusev. Lana, I don't know what I just said. Lana and Rusev. My thoughts on the 2001 World Series, Yankees versus Arizona. You know, I'm a huge Yankees fan, as you can see, and the poster in the background there. I really thought we were going to win that, and then, you know, the Diamondbacks were just a better team, and I was happy for them, because that was, like, their first, you know, World Series ever, being an expansion team. The thoughts on the 2015 All-Star Game being held in San Diego on July 12th. You know, I'm missing the meaning behind this question, man. It was the All-Star Game. They have it every year. I don't know the significance of that question. I'm sorry. Thoughts on banning the curb stomp? Yeah, Seth Rollins. You know, that's a little dangerous, as you can see, and so they banned it. There's a lot of precaution around head and neck injuries. You want your wrestlers to perform for you for many years. If you're curb stomping their face into the ground, you're just begging for wrestlers to get eliminated. And he's, you know what, being that he's the authorities', you know, prized possession, he's Triple H's #1 guy. It's more fitting to do the you know, the Triple H move. What's the Triple H's move called? The pedigree. It's fitting. I think he's better off with the pedigree. It's recognizable. The curb stomp is like, oh, it's the curb stomp. No. Pedigree. All the way. For days. Favorite Family Guy characters and why? My favorite Family Guy character is Brian, because he's the average person in that whole show. I mean, the whole show needs everybody in the show to keep it going, but Brian, I think, is the funniest. My thoughts on how Peter treats Meg? Well, it's a comedy of a dysfunctional family, and there's nothing more dysfunctional than the way Peter treats Meg. I think it's hilarious. Should China be in the Hall of Fame 2016? Why or why not? You know, why not? I mean, everybody else is in there. You may as well put China in there. Although, I think China's personal life drama needs to come to a complete stop before she goes in there. I mean, that's up to China. You know what I mean? You're not going to put somebody who's, like, totally embarrassing. I mean, it's one thing to have a great wrestling career, and then it's another to go on to this, you know, drama-filled life after wrestling, and you kind of ruin your name. It's like, oh, it's China, you know? So, maybe. It's going to be up to them. My thoughts on the Elimination Chamber being replaced by Fastlane. This was a good question, I thought. The Elimination Chamber, apparently what's going on is, with all the new stadiums all around the country, they have the giant center TV screens hanging up in the center over the ring, and that's kind of where the chamber would come down from. So it's been hard to book the Elimination Chamber. Now, they replaced it with Fastlane, but they didn't remove the Elimination Chamber entirely. They had it later over the summer last year. So maybe we're just looking at a different time slot for the Elimination Chamber. It was one of my favorite pay-per-views, so I'm hoping they don't get rid of it at all. But I think it's a big enough event where they need to get it out of the middle of Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. I think it needs to be somewhere down the line between, you know, SummerSlam and Survivor Series. So I think it's good. I think I love it. I think they'll figure out a better time slot for it, and Fastlane is that, you know, in between pay-per-view where they can just have a bunch of matches to set up WrestleMania. It's fine. They know what they're doing. The most insane, bloodiest matches you saw in WWE. You know, back in the old steel cage days when Mankind fell off the top of the cage, those were some pretty serious stuff. Should the Divas have their own Royal Rumble like the guys? It's a great idea, but no. And are you going to Payback in May at the Prudential Center? You know, I haven't ruled it out. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking to see if the guys are going, and maybe if I can get Feisty Pants to go. It's going to be on a weekend, so that would be cool. And I know Feisty Pants would love to see Roman Reigns in person, right? Mm-hmm. We would have to go ringside, I think. It's not definite, though. We'd have to work it out. Andrew Koterba wants to know who is Major League Baseball player, alive or dead, you would love to see play for the Yankees. You know, back in the day when Andy Van Slyke was a free agent for the end at the end of his career with the Pirates, he eventually signed with the Orioles, but the Yankees also needed a center fielder, and I was like, oh my god, if Andy Van Slyke comes to the Yankees. Holy crap, but he didn't. He went to the Orioles, traded to the Phillies midway through the year when Lenny Dykstra went down, and that was that. How did you and Grim meet? We met, I don't know, man. We were young. It was way long ago. What is the one thing you haven't done in your life yet that you would do before you die? Well, I haven't won the lottery yet, so I'm working on that. I don't know. What do you think of John Cena versus AJ Styles? AJ Styles is no one yet. He's got nowhere near John Cena level capability. Although, you know, if John Cena was the title, you know, had the title and did the open challenge, I could see AJ Styles coming out. But AJ Styles just joined the company last week. He's not going anywhere yet. He's going to have a match, I think, with Neville Monday on Raw or something like that, I hear. You know, he just started this feud with Kevin Owens. He's going to work his way up. John Michelson wants to know my opinion of Derek Jeter retiring. I think it was a good time. I think he was, he was at the point of his career where he really couldn't accomplish much more, and he wanted to get on with his life. He's got a ton of money. It's not like he needed the money. I'm good with it. He had a great career. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm totally fine with him retiring. John Alvarado, would you rather work for WWE or TNA? I think everyone knows WWE is the place to be. Jake Lindsay wants to know, are you going to buy any new Star Wars toys or do a Star Wars toy hunt? Jake, I did a toy hunt back in the beginning when all the figures first came out, and there hasn't really been anything new to say, hey, this is new for Star Wars. So, no, I'm not going to do a toy hunt unless there's something new on the shelves. And if the only toys we're buying are the bigger spaceships to put our Transformers in. The Twisted Clown wants to know, who do you think will win the triple threat between Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar? Normally, I would save this sort of thing for my prediction video the day of Fastlane, but I think Roman Reigns is going to win it. Right, my boy? Yes!
Seriously? Why would you ask that question? Roman Reigns always wins.
He always wins. He lost, actually, at the big Royal Rumble. They threw him right out of the ring, and Triple H won. I didn't show you that yet. I know, it's awful. Johnny DeVal Jr. wants to know, do you have a bucket list? And if so, what do you have on it? I have a very tentative bucket list. It's not actually anything I've written down, but I'm like, those are things I want to do. I don't even know what's on there. I'd like to meet Trish Stratus one day. I mean, that'd be cool. Trish was like my favorite diva of all time back in the day. I mean, that's pretty, bleh. We'll cut that part out. But I don't know. I don't know what else would be on it. There's a lot of things I want to do. Alex the King. Alex and I were talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and he asked what I thought about Triple H winning. And, you know, as I said in my reaction video about the Royal Rumble, that it was pretty predictable. So I don't know. It's hard to get excited about something that I kind of saw coming, other than to say, yep, I was right. And, I don't know. I'm okay with it. I think he's going to do the same thing he did with Daniel Bryan. I was telling Alex years ago, where he beat Daniel Bryan, and then Daniel Bryan had a rematch with Triple H and won, and then he became, you know, everyone's favorite. But I think Daniel Bryan had a little more charisma going for him than Roman Reigns does. So I think we'll see. You know, like I said, I think we'll see Roman Reigns win at Fastlane, and I think we'll see him win it back at WrestleMania. Cole's channel says he made a video of Pokemon cards. He's got some full picture Pokemon cards, and he wants to know if he made a video of it, would Feisty Pants watch it? Feisty Pants is shaking his head yes. Thank you, Cole. That would be very cool. We're going to go check those out. Cole made it, you know, the other night, and Feisty Pants was already asleep. We watched one already, and we're going to go watch the rest after Cole makes a whole bunch. That was pretty awesome. So, listen, if you guys have questions to ask, leave them in the comments, and I'll answer them every Sunday. If you have some fan mail, this is the address you want to send it to. Alex's Toy Show, P.O. Box 13, Bayville, New Jersey, 08721. If you have some comments, I usually read them off first, but if you have something as far as a package goes and you want me to open it on camera and then review it, I will do so. You can find me on Twitter at mypalalex. You can find me on Instagram, mypalalex_photos. And you know, I'm all over Amino if you guys want to look me up there. And that is it. Like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe for more. I'm gonna go play some Minecraft. That's right. Is that it? Oh, that's it. I'm sorry.